Ever wonder what your favorite celebrity is like in real life? What they're like during dinner? What they are when the cameras aren't rolling? Well, we're gonna find out today on Real Life Celebrity. Our special guest is Mr. Rick Patrick. Rick, welcome.
Thanks. Eric, how are you?
Good, how are you today?
I'm just fine.
Welcome. So we're gonna go take a stroll through the West Village, New York City, and we have the lights, so let's go right now. Now, your friend Leela told you the story, I believe, of how a certain television show came about.
Oh,
And she's
she
sort
was
of
the kid. She was the person that Morticia Adams was based on. Anyway, she's dating and friends with Charlie Adams, and they're at the beach, and her daughter Caroline comes running up, "Mommy, Mommy, Matthew tried to poison me." She's got the long cigarette holder, you know, exhales. "Oh, darling, just go poison him right back." Charlie looked at her and he goes, "My God, you're such a morbid mother. You're my Morticia."
you can meet the Monopoly man just right here on the street, like. Yarr. So I'm sorry, Rick. I
That's
have
all right.
to. I'm a big fan of seeing random things like that in New York. You owned a Vermeer, like.
Yeah, I did. I came into one to buy one in the 80s. Times changed and I went back to the owner after a year and a half because I couldn't finish paying for it.
When you were a child, you almost moved to Beverly Hills, but didn't.
My father's family came from Kentucky, and my father was unhappy having been labeled a hillbilly as a child. And he had a bookkeeping degree. He worked for an oil company supply, and he figured out and made a lot of money in oil in the late 50s, early 60s. We were moving to Beverly Hills, and the TV show came on the night. The next day, we're packing our boxes. And he came down and said, "No, we're not moving." I said, "Why?" He goes, "I won't be the Beverly Hillbilly."
I don't know if you want to get the nose. It's real life, so let's do it.
First we got Bill Clinton, now we got you. We've arrived.
Just what sort of off-the-wall, sort of weird throwaway question would you have for a celebrity?
Yes, there's a really good one. If they have a dog, you simply say, "When you fart, do you blame it on the dog?"
And that's most people. That's one way to find out if someone's truthful or not, because everyone blames their farts on the dogs or the cats, or if they have a bird.
Especially in an elevator.
Yeah.
Yes.
What is poker to you?
Poker in my family, you learn it at 3, 4 years old, and at a certain point, if you're 5 or 6, you can play your own chips, and about 7 or 8 years old, you can deal. In the late 90s, there was the Duke and Duchess of Windsor auction, and I bought their poker chips.
And that's what you use now.
Yeah, that's what we use now. It's a lot of fun. This is the gag I did in the summertime in Michigan. So I was a few minutes late, and my niece and nephews have already ordered all their hot dogs and stuff, and I come out with these on. Like, "Oh my God, Uncle Rick, those are so cool. Let me see them." I was like, "No, it's really bright, you guys." And then one of them reaches up and just goes, "Come on, give me the glasses." That brought great joy. It was such a great moment. It was funny. My friend Leela died, and I was one of the people that spoke at the church at 5th Avenue and 55th Street. And there's 750 people, old New York blue bloods. You know, New York Times has its own row in the back. And I told a story. I said, "Yeah, it was an art opening of mine, my first show at a gallery on Madison Avenue, and my father was there with his lawyers, and Leela was there, and in those days she's smoking, and my dad's having a drink at the bar, and he says to her, 'So is this stuff supposed to be any good?' She puts her cigarette out and exhales, 'Well, aren't you his father?' He goes, 'Yeah.' She goes, 'You asshole.' And I heard that. I mean, I was like, wow, I got a champion. But I said it, and I look at the entire church is just bursting in laughter, and the choir just busts out too. And it's like, my friend goes, Andrew, he goes, 'I'll love you forever,' having said asshole in the Episcopal Church in New York City." Yeah.
You are where you need to be.
Yeah.
And the universe around you will do that for you.
Yeah.